So as you may see here, this is my TCS NQT score for programming section.
जोर लगा लिया लोगों ने, नीचे नहीं ला पा रहे मुझे, जोर लगा ले तू थोड़ा और, बोला नहीं पापा ने तुझे, जो भी गलती जबान चलाते हैं मुझे कर्ज से उतारने आते हैं, मैंने ट्यूशन दिए हैं 12वीं को, मुझे बच्चे सुधारने आते हैं.
Hi guys, myself Shubham Sharma, and in today's video we would be discussing about TCS NQT examination, that is National Qualifier Test. In this video we would be discussing about that the frequency, that is how many times the TCS NQT examination is conducted. I will also let you know my personal experience of TCS NQT, and I will also share my TCS NQT score. Then we would also be discussing about the test format of TCS NQT examination. So in order to learn that, let's move on to our screen. But before moving forward, I would request you so as to subscribe to the channel so that you would receive the upcoming updates related to TCS NQT examination. I would also be sharing in my upcoming videos the cheat code so as to qualify the TCS NQT examination in single shot, that is in the first go. So as you may see here, this is my TCS NQT score for programming section. This was conducted in May. Okay, so I scored 71.67%. That is, I scored 43 marks out of 60. And the preferred language for me was Java. And this is the NQT score for cognitive skills, that is the numerical ability, verbal ability and reasoning ability. And this is my score, that is 1350 out of 1800. That is nearly equals to 75%. I have scored 413.46 marks out of 600. Okay, 418.95 out of 600 in verbal ability, and in reasoning ability 518.09 out of 600. Now let us discuss about that what actually the TCS NQT examination is. Basically, TCS NQT examination is all India examination. See, it is not compulsory to have a BTech degree, that is of especially of computer science. You may be either from the electronics, electrical, civil, mechanical, any branch, and it even does not require any BTech degree too. If you are in BCA, MCA, then also you may participate in it if you have a strong command on programming. By now, we have learned about basic details about TCS NQT examination. Then moving forward, basically through TCS NQT examination, TCS hires for two profiles, that is Ninja profile and digital profile. The Ninja profile is for 3.5 LPA and the digital profile is for 7 LPA. Then you must be thinking about that what's the criteria of the selection. See, for the Ninja profile, they basically focus on the cognitive skills part. That is, if you have a strong command even on cognitive skills, that is aptitude part, and you know slightly basics of programming, then you will of course get a call for interview from TCS for Ninja profile. Then you must be thinking about what's about the digital profile. See, for example, 100 people have qualified for TCS NQT examination. Then from those 100%, only 20% would be selected for the digital profile. That is, the top 20% would be selected for the digital profile. Then you must be thinking what's the criteria in that. Basically, for the digital profile, they check mainly on the programming section. If you have performed well in the programming part, then you would have a higher chances of getting an interview call for digital profile. Okay, by now we have understood the basic difference between Ninja profile and the digital profile. Now let's move on further. Then you may be thinking about what the frequency of it, that is how many times the exam is conducted. Basically, the exam of TCS NQT is conducted 2 times per year, that is one in May and the other in August or September. Fine. And the May one is basically a paid examination for which the registration generally starts around May to April. Fine. And for the August and September, that is, it generally varies from August to September. Sometimes it happens in August, sometimes it happens in September. Basically, this examination is free of cost, and the registration generally starts from May to June. Fine. This is all about the frequency of the TCS NQT examination. let's move on further. Then what's the test format of it? Basically, as you may see on the screen, it consists of 180 marks and it total consists of 94 questions. These 94 questions are further divided into two parts. First is cognitive skills and the other is programming skills. Cognitive skills consist of 80 questions and all of them are mandatory to attempt, while the programming skills part consists of 12 questions and they are especially for IT company or TCS specific company. Let's move on to the further details of the test format. The cognitive skills part is further divided into three sections: verbal ability, reasoning ability and numerical ability. Verbal ability consists of 24 questions and 30 minutes is basically the duration for it. The reasoning ability part consists of 30 questions and the timing of it is 50 minutes. The numerical ability consists of 24 questions and the time duration for it is basically 40 minutes. Then moving to the programming skills part, it is further divided into three parts. First part is programming logic, in which the questions would be rather based on the programming logic, and the rest two questions, that is coding part 1 and coding part 2. It would basically consisting of a dedicated program which you have to write manually in any of your preferred language. For example, Java, C, C++, Python, anything you prefer. For the programming logic part, 15 minutes are allocated and around 10 questions are there. And for the coding part 1 and coding part 2, these two both questions are total comprises of 45 minutes. So you may arrange your timing in according. And I want to add a point to you that for the cognitive skills, that is verbal ability, reasoning ability and numerical ability, you must be thinking that 30 minutes are allotted for 24 questions. No, each question is allotted a specific minute. That is, this 30 minutes is divided into 24 and you would be allocated a specific amount of time for a specific question. For example, 30 seconds for a question, 40 seconds for a question, and it would be specified and the timer would be going on in the bottom. Fine. So you would be provided the time duration depending on the quality of the questions. Okay. That is, if reasoning ability consists of 30 questions, then 50 minutes. It is not total. Basically, the 50 minutes would be divided into 30 questions depending on the time they consume. Okay. This was the point I want to add to you. This is the recent update in May 2021 question paper. And the result declaration of TCS NQT examination is basically done within 1 month. And after the result, you would get the mail for the interview. And if you qualify after the interview, then you would be receiving a job, that is an offer letter from TCS, that is Tata Consultancy Services. Guys, this was all about the TCS NQT examination. Hope this would help you a lot. I have done my task so as to provide the relevant information to you. Now this is your time to support me by subscribing to the channel. If you want, then I may help you in preparing for the TCS NQT examination. So if you want me to help you in any specific part, then do comment in the comment section and I will be reading each and every comment and replying to you over there. And if needed, I will make a dedicated video for your query or the question. Until then, I will meet you in the next video. So, bye-bye.
कौन है ये लोग? कहां से आते हैं ये?